show you how to set up a 10 by 10 folding tent. First thing you're going to want to do, if you have not set up the tent before, is you're going to need to put the roof on top of the frame. In order to do that, you're going to want to take your frame, expand it out just a little bit, not the full way, just kind of an arm's length. You can do this with one person, but definitely easier with two. Unfold your tent roof. Slowly start to put it on the frame. The critical parts is you need to grab the corner of the tent. There's going to be Velcro on the inside of the corner. That Velcro is going to attach to the leg of the tent. So do that for each corner. Once you have each corner attached, you're going to need to find the middle top of the roof. It's where all the seams come together, the four seams. Make sure that that is placed in the center of the roof, but on top of the center counter. Once you have those four done, the first time you set it up, you're going to want to expand the tent frame slowly to make sure that the rooftop doesn't catch on anything and that it fits well. Once you get it mostly up, you're going to want to come around to the corners. The easiest way to do this is put one hand on top, one hand on bottom, and push together until you hear a click sound. That means it's locked into place. Do that on all four sides. Once you have the frame completely expanded but not elevated, you're going to want to come in on the center of the frame. On each side there are these buckles. These buckles are used to keep the balance of the roof from coming up on the side of the frame. Just unbuckle it, send it down below the bottom crossbar, clip it back in and tighten it. You don't need to do it too tight, just so it's snug. Then you're going to want to do that on all four sides. After you have that done on all four sides, you're going to want to put tension on the center pull, and this can be done by using this crank that's here on the bottom that just unfolds. So unfold it, and then you're going to want to spin it. As you're looking down on it, you want to go counterclockwise, and it's actually best if you put one hand up here on the top of the center pull and push up as you do this, and then you can slowly crank it until the tent roof is nice and tight. Once you're done cranking it, just push this piece back up in so that it doesn't unwind itself. Okay, once you have that done, as you can see, raising up that center bar makes it so that the peak puts pressure on the top of the roof, helps make it so it doesn't droop down at all. If your tent is drooping, try and spin that center crank up. It'll help your tent look better. Once you have the snaps done right here to attach and the center pull tightened, then you can lift up the legs on each one to get the height that you need. Just start with one side. It's easiest if you put your foot on the bottom of the leg here. Just put your foot on it and pull up on the pole until you hear a click. Once you have all of them clicked in, there's actually multiple adjustments on how high you can take the legs. Right now there's a clearance of 6 feet. It can go up to 7 feet. And in order to do that, all you do is push the little red button right there, put your foot on it, and elevate it to the height that you need. You want to make sure if you're on flat ground that they're all even. Conveniently, if you're outside on uneven ground, if you have a depression where one of the legs is, you can adjust the legs so that the tent sits flat even though all the legs aren't the same. For takedown, you're just going to reverse the process. So you're going to drop the legs. Once you drop the tent down, you're going to need to go through and undo the buckles that are attached to the crossbars. Make sure you get all 4 of them. Once you have those undone, you can collapse the frame, bring it in on itself. You can do this with one person. It's much easier with two, and less potential to damage your frame. In order to do that, you'll need to find the buckle, the snap mechanism. You pull your side up now. So find the red tab or the pull button, push on that or pull it out so that it releases the frame and starts to come down. Do that on all four sides before you try and collapse the frame. Once you have those all done, you can bring the frame in on itself. Once you get your tent all folded down, some people will take off the roofs before they fully collapse it. You can definitely do that, especially if you're going to be using different roofs on the same frame. It's a good idea. If you're always going to be keeping the same roof on the same frame, honestly, it doesn't really need to be done. Your roof will be protected when it's in the carry bag or rolling case. We leave ours on, but it's up to your discretion on what you want to do with it.